Good evening, and thank you for joining us on BBC News. I'm Sofia Fuganti, bringing you the latest from around the world. Tonight, our broadcast encompasses a spectrum of events that reflect the tapestry over times. From the corridors of power to the quiet streets of villages, the world is in motion. We are going to start with a look at the phenomenon in France, in the region of Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes. Then, we are going to delve into the latest developments in the tech sector, where groundbreaking advancements are reshaping how we live and work. From the unveiling of the latest quantum computing breakthrough to the race for sustainable energy solutions, innovations continues to drive our future. In other news, we'll take you to the heart of cultural celebrations across the continents. From the vibrant colors of Holi in India to the rhythm mix of Carnival in Brazil. These festivities remind us of the diverse traditions that unite us as a global community. But amidst these moments of progress and celebration, we must also confront the stark realities of our changing climate. Today, we turn our gaze to Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes and especially at Savoie and Isère, breathtaking regions nestled in the French Alps. These French areas are renowned for its stunning landscapes, tranquil lakes and charming streets. But recently, it has been a grappling with a series of unprecedented events that have captured the attention of the world. Reports of powerful winds, erratic weather patterns, and a noticeable rise in water levels have the residents of Grenoble on edge. Our reporter, Elisa, was in Grenoble a few days ago. Let's see what is really happening.
Can you hear me? Okay. Here Elisa, direct from Grenoble. The winds are going wild. All the hikers are running to take shelter. This is the first time that there has been a phenomenon of this magnitude. The cliff even threatened to collapse. Winds from Siberia go up to 150 kilometers per hour. Roofs have torn off. It's panic in the city. No one is in the streets anymore. People barricade themselves at home. Okay, oh my god. We are on our way to join the studio in Annecy. We hope that there will not be too many consequences for the city and the inhabitants.
Trees uprooted, roofs torn off, and infrastructure damaged, a stark reminder of nature's unpredictable fury. But what do these events signify? Are they merely isolated incidents, or they herald a broader shift in our climate patterns? How do storms develop? Anushka, a scientist, will try to explain us all this.
According to climate projections for Europe, the frequency and the amplitude of strong winds and storms are set to increase in the future. As for the strong winds known in France, and more specifically in Grenoble, they originate in Siberia. It's important to take them seriously. These are not simple winds, but a disturbance that can take the form of a powerful storm. To understand these meteorological phenomena, a brief explanation is in order. Storms and depressions are forms of organization of air circulation. As in the living world, they are born, live, and die. We speak of an evolutionary cycle. The first stage in the evolutionary cycle of storms is the appearance of the young low. It forms at the tip of the red arrow on the surface, then spreads eastwards around the dotted line. The upper level structure is the precursor that, together with the jet stream, starts the engine. Above a certain amplitude, the low pressure system interacts directly with the jet stream. It forces the passage from the warm to the cold side. At the same time, the depression suddenly deepens. Amplification ceases when the law moves away from the jets and the vertical alignment of upper and surface eddies is no longer favorable. On the sea, the low pressure system attenuates very slowly, whereas on land it weakens more rapidly as friction with the surface absorbs more energy than the sea surface. Moreover, thunderstorms amplify and generate wind like an atmospheric engine. This engine transforms the thermal energy associated with the jet stream into wind, particularly at the surface. The thermodynamic motor cycle is achieved through a vertical air circulation, an essential dimension in understanding storms. Here's how a storm is formed. We were fortunate that the storm in Grenoble wasn't accompanied by a thunderstorm, as the damage would have been catastrophic. So you should know that climate change is a phenomenon that specialists have been aware of for a long time. We warned the public, companies and politicians of the damage that was going to happen, but there was no reaction. Now we are seeing the damage, and it's serious.
Now, these very same occurrences have made their way to Annecy, signaling a concerning trend that extends far beyond regional boundaries. Elisa talked with one of the victims. Let's see what she has to say.
Hello, we're now in Annecy, but don't let the glorious sunshine fool you. It has some heavy consequences. We're now with Blondine, one of the victims. Please explain your situation. It's a disaster. My house is underwater. We're in deep shits. I lost everything, my possessions, my memories, and more. We have nothing left. No insurance policy can ever repair what has been lost. My children grew up here. We did everything here. The life we built has been reduced to nothing. Fortunately, we were all rescued with my companions and my 2 children. However, we lost our dog. When the disaster struck, we couldn't hold on to him, and we found his body in the water the next day. And his name was Puppy, and he was 9 years old, and yeah.
Are you okay? If you want, we can do this after.
Oh, no. It's important to talk to the people. Okay, so he was 9 years old and had been a companion to the children since they were born. We're devastated that he's gone this way. But we feel powerless in the face of everything that's happening to us. Fate has befallen us, but this time a fate caused by the fault of humans. We've been living with this sword of Damocles hanging our heads for years now. For years, scientists and activists have been warning of the disaster that are about to befall us. But what has been the reaction of politicians? Inactions. For years, I've been fighting for the environment. For years, I've been taking action, and now I'm the victim of all of this? While these decision makers are protected in their ice palaces, the injustice is total. So now there's nothing left but rebellion. I've got nothing left to lose, so now is the time to make these cats understand the weight of their decision. They must pay for the dishonesty, but above all, we must ensure that the system changes. There's no more room for chance. Now is the time to put concrete measures in place, or the end of the world will be close at hand. We need all of you who are watching us in TV, because it is by joining forces that we will succeed. And it's not with the current politicians that things are going to change. They are nothing but small stalkers who protect their own interests. Look at the mayor of Annecy. She's an hypocrite who does nothing but talk to the talk. Nothing was put in place and no initiative was taken, but they still manage to use the subject to their advantage. So now, let's just talk the talk and walk the walk.
Thank you very much for your testimony. And April showers bring May flowers, so keep hope alive. Annecy was confronted with flooding on a rare scale. Torrential rains hit the town, causing the water levels in the surrounding rivers and lakes to rise rapidly. Images of submerged streets and flooded homes went viral on social media, attesting the power of nature. But flooding wasn't the only fate to affect Annecy. Violent winds also blew across the region, reaching impressive speeds. These winds caused considerable damages, uprooting trees, damaging infrastructure, and depriving many homes of electricity. Material damages were considerable. Numerous homes have been badly destroyed. Cars carried away by the flood waters have been found several kilometers away, and local businesses have suffered heavy losses. Local authorities and emergency services are working day and night to assess the damage and help those affected. In response to the disaster, solidarity quickly took hold. Residents joined forces to help their neighbors, volunteers came to help, and donations were made to support victims. It's crucial to remember that natural disasters can strike anywhere at any time. Preparation and vigilance are essential to minimize risk and protect our communities.
In Annecy, as in Grenoble, the resilience of communities has been tested, but their spirit remains unbroken. From volunteers relying to assist those affected to local authorities implementing measures to mitigate future risks, the response has been one of solidarity and determination. But the mayor of Annecy made a speech which was not well received by all.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm terribly sorry to meet you on this day. As the mayor of Annecy, I would like to express my sincere condolence to all those impacted by recent natural disaster that has affected our city. Every cloud has a silver lining, and while the challenges ahead are significant, I am confident that we will overcome them together. In order to assist those who have been displaced and suffered loss, it is imperative that we act promptly and implement measures. Annecy has a reputation for being resilient, and we are confident that we will emerge from this crisis even more robust. I understand that you must have cold feet at this moment, but don't worry, our city has already taken significant strides towards facilitating the recovery process. Emergency response teams have been deployed to affected areas to provide essential services and support to those in need. Temporary shelters have been established to accommodate displaced residents, ensuring that everyone has a safe place to stay during this challenging time. We definitely keep an eye on the situation. We are actively evaluating the damage caused by the disaster and devising comprehensive plans for reconstruction. To enhance our ability to cope with potential natural disaster in the future, we plan to make improvements to our infrastructure. Annecy is the apple of my eyes, and our vision for the future is to make the city more sustainable and resilient than ever before. This will involve investing in renewable energy sources, improving our emergency preparedness and response capabilities, and promoting greater community engagement and collaboration. We have a lot on our plates, and we will work one fingers to the bone. However, it is important to acknowledge that achieving this goal will require the collective effort of all citizens, businesses, and organizations in Annecy. By working together, we can ensure the long-term prosperity. Let us unite toward building a better future for all, because we can't let other persons sleep with the fishes. Thank you for your support during this challenging time. Let us rebuild Annecy with strength and resilience.
That's nonsense! I'm an activist and I've been following what you do for years, and nothing you say makes any sense. You're just a scumbag who doesn't respect anything.
As we bear witness to these events unfolding in Annecy, let us not view them in isolation, but as part of a larger narrative, one that underscores the urgent need for collective action to address the challenges of climate change. The time for complacency has long passed. Now is the time for decisive and concerted efforts to safeguard our planet for generations to come. Join us as we continue to monitor the situation in Annecy and beyond, bringing you the latest updates and insights into this evolving story. Now, shifting our focus to other developments around the globe, let's go to the Silicon Valley to discover the innovation of the software industry.